Let me know if you've experienced this. You have this grand concept in mind. Lots of characters, a fully illustrated background, you're even thinking of adding a dragon. However, once you sit down in front of your computer with your favorite drawing app open, somehow you can't seem to put your ideas on the canvas. You get overwhelmed with all the things you want to put there. You've been staring there for hours and still nothing. I totally get you, friend. There was a time I was like that. It sounds so easy in our head, but when it comes to actually executing it, we don't even know how to start. As a professional, I really can't just stare for hours waiting for a light bulb to go on about how to start the artwork because we're on a deadline. So today I'll be showing you the things that help me in order to start any artwork and really execute the ideas you have in mind. Now, there will be people who will disagree with this, and all I say to them is that no studios will advise against this, and all the studios I've worked for have encouraged doing this because we need to produce quality work. No, I'm not talking about AI, just so you know. I don't really bother with that shit. I'll be using this illustration as a basis for our discussion. I finished this recently and I'm really proud of it. I have never done an illustration of this magnitude before. Really, I wouldn't have done this if it weren't for the things we're going to talk about here. As you can see, this artwork is set during the Victorian era. There is no way I would have imagined this street on my own. So before I even open up my drawing app, what I do is research some Victorian era streets. I just use the old Google to find some images. Whenever I see an interesting image that will be helpful to the concept I'm building, I put it up in this software called PureRef. I'm not sponsored or anything like that, but I really love using it simply because it keeps these images all in one place and I don't have to open a bajillion files. You can also set it so that it's always on top of everything. Since I only use one monitor, I can keep this open within my view every time I draw. Whenever you're searching for references, I always recommend that you keep it open and always within your sight so you have a clear visualization of your ideas. In addition to the streets, I also have to search for lamp designs. More importantly, I had to search their mode of transport during that time. How are the passengers seated? Where is the coachman positioned? Since the vehicles are literally horse-powered, I had to search for horses too, particularly walking horses. How are these horses tethered to the carriage? How are the straps in their muzzles put on? What do the blinders look like? I had to search for different outfits of people in different classes. The roughly dresses of the ladies, what color do these dresses typically have? Some parasol designs, heck, even flat caps for the men and a top hat as well. Little boys in higher class tend to wear these sailor-like outfits, so that's also something I had to research. I wanted the kid to have a pet dog, so I searched for small dog breeds and went with a Jack Russell Terrier. This guy is playing an accordion, so I have to search for those as well, together with how they hold and play this instrument. I also had to research some signboards during that time, what their advertisements look like, because these London buses already has advertising at that time. Apart from this, we can also search some street photography so that we can have an idea of some composition. By the end of my reference search, I have this many images in my PureRef file. I clumped the ones that I need for a certain area so that it's organized. Doing this helps my brain in imagining the illustration more clearly, and it starts the ball rolling to get me started about the composition, story, and subjects of the illustration. So now we have our references. Now what we need to do is to create some thumbnails. You can just make one or you can make multiple and just pick one that you'd really love to draw. Then afterwards, just get to work. Do it one at a time. Remember, you don't need to do the entire illustration in one sitting. Classical illustrators take years to create a single masterpiece. To be fair, they don't have computers and paints take a while to dry out. I'm not saying that you should take years to make one illustration, but just do it one step at a time so you don't get overwhelmed, and whenever you need more references, then absolutely go and search for more. You can follow my 5-step guide in drawing a character, which by the way, you can also apply it to environment illustrations as well. If you want to learn more about this, check out this video here.